My name is Trisha Fowler. I am a park ranger here at the Ellie Schiller Homosassa Springs Wildlife State Park. Here at the wildlife park, we have a big impact on rescuing manatees because we take in manatees that are recovering from illnesses. We're able to put them in natural spring water before they are released. So we're the only place in the state of Florida that can do that, so that they're returning to a natural environment temporarily before they actually have to go back out into the wild. We take in manatees that have come from critical care facilities around the state of Florida, and they have not yet been cleared for release by veterinarians and biologists, and we will take care of them until they are cleared to be released. Manatees live in saltwater as well as freshwater environments. From the months of November through March, they have to return to freshwater springs like the one here in Homosassa. The water stays 72 degrees all year round, and it's very important that manatees live in water that's at least 68 degrees or higher, or they can get cold stressed. So from November through March, you can see large quantities of manatees located in springs around the state of Florida. A manatee will eat for about 8 hours a day on average. They eat about 10% of their body weight, and they eat saltwater and freshwater aquatic plants. They can live to be about 60 on average. The oldest manatee living right now is Snooty. He was born in 1948, and he lives at the South Florida Museum. Manatees are not allowed to be born in captivity because it's very important that manatees are born out in the wild so that the mothers can teach them how to migrate back and forth. Young manatees need to learn how to migrate to the spring water in the wintertime to stay out of the cold. If a manatee is born in captivity and there is no medical reason for it to be kept in captivity, it must be released back out into the wild under the Endangered Species Act. So then at that point, it has lost its chance to learn how to migrate. They really don't have any top predators. Humans are the main cause of manatee problems. Manatees are at risk of becoming extinct because we lose hundreds of manatees every single year to various things like cold stress, people hitting them with their boats, them getting caught in crab traps, fishing lines, and sometimes the numbers slow down, but there's only 3,000 to 5,000 of them left. And if we're losing several hundred a year, the manatees cannot keep up with it with the birth rate. My favorite manatee that I've ever worked with was UPC. He was a juvenile male that was hit by a boat, and when he was hit by a boat, his lung was punctured, and when you have a punctured lung in a manatee, it can't be fixed. So a lot of times those manatees tend not to live very long because they require their lungs for buoyancy in the water. But UPC was a manatee that overcame his challenges, and he has done quite well. We have 2 orphan manatees right now. They are juveniles, probably around 3 or 4 years old, that are getting ready to be released, and we've had them in our care for a few months. When you return a manatee back to its natural habitat, it feels very rewarding to see them go back out where they're supposed to be, back out in the wild with other manatees. There's a tracking device that Fish and Wildlife will place around the manatee's tail. It's basically a satellite so that they can monitor where the manatee is. The portion that goes around the tail is made to break off easily, so if the manatee gets caught on a tree limb or something else out in the wild, it won't get trapped. People can help prevent the extinction of manatees by going the posted speed limit when they're out on the river, also by not dropping trash over the side of their boat like fishing line or fishing hooks, anything else like that, and also by reporting injured manatees to the Fish and Wildlife Commission so that they can come out and rescue them.